Hi, this is Nikki, and I have a few messages this morning, or actually it's this afternoon. It's like 4 or 5 p.m. where I'm at, and it is February 19th, 2024. Um, and the first thing I wanted, someone's really messing with my phone. So I'm not getting messages that it tells me on the screen that are showing up. They're going somewhere else. It tells me on the phone that it's connected to a desktop computer. I don't have a desktop. And then sometimes it tells me it's like connected to an auto like car Wi-Fi type of thing. I don't have a I don't have a car, so all I could think is I called the phone company and they fixed what had ever been done last night because my phone was not usable. They fixed something so now it's usable. And then I started thinking I have the Sirius XM app on my phone, and I took that off, and I'm hoping that that can help me because that's the only thing I could think that could be connected to the Wi-Fi in a car. But I can hear, we're on not on the first floor, we're up a building, but I can hear cars like right in front of my window all the time. So I just, I'm going to throw that out there. If you have that app on your phone, you might want to remove it. And the I will probably just go back to another music streaming service. I tried to kind of do a different podcast, go about it a different way, and nothing really seems to be working. So I've been kind of shut down. Some small, I was experimenting just a little bit with some visuals from a website that has you can either you can do different things from it. Anyways, I maybe had come up with about a dozen of those, and I can't access those on my phone even though I can see them. So I don't really know what's going on. What I will say is I don't care. Like I'm not gonna run in circles. It's just stuff. And I have other things to concentrate on, especially the next few weeks. So uh, I'll upload when I can. If I can't, it's either because I don't have a message or there was some type of interference, and I'm not going to be frustrated over that. I kind of noticed last night, and then just thinking about it overnight, especially with all the issues I've been having on my phone, is I love to listen to other readers, but like I have no other word to express it other than to say like cross wires. So I've just decided to kind of pull back and not listen to other readers for a while. There's one video I'm going to listen to tonight, and then that'll be it for the next little while. So I just have to really kind of get back into the zone of what I'm doing here, and it's not always readings. So I went to I was finally able to upload one of the pictures they would let me access, even though they wouldn't let me access the videos I had pre-made last week, and I was able to upload a mantra for today from the Mystical Journey Oracle deck from Tennessee Charpentier, and that card was the Awakening card. But when I got that card, this card fell out, and it fell out with the back of the card facing upwards. I didn't know what card it was. And I put it up on the chair, and I just went on with the mantra reading. But this card that fell out was the Redemption card. And the interesting thing about this card is it's you know how each deck has the artwork for the box, and the booklet is usually from one of the cards inside. And this is that card. And it's such a beautiful card. I mean, these cards are very feminine in nature. Like, I've had a few goddess decks that I haven't been able to connect with. This could definitely be a replacement for that, because it's very feminine in nature. Um, and so I just wanted to read a little bit about what the booklet says about this card specifically. And it says, the goddess depicted on the redemption card is opening her arms to the universe, seeking redemption. She is asking for forgiveness, but in her heart, she understands that the choices she makes are hers and hers alone. She belongs to no one else. The snakes coming from her chest represents feelings of guilt and self-judgment. Tough decisions have been made, but she has honored her needs. This has not come without sacrifice, but it has set her upon her highest path. Redemption rises from the bones of self-blame and regret. This card asks you to move on from the painful past and cast aside any feelings of remorse. What has been done cannot be undone, and you have learned great lessons from your experience. The proud and gentle stags, which they're like on a it looks like a bridge behind her, but it also looks like a tree, like made out of a tree, a huge tree. There are two stags and then two deer behind her standing on that bridge. So it says, let's see, where was I? Okay, the proud and gentle stag standing at the top of the image herald a time of positive change and a release from suffering. Deer trust their instincts, so that's DEER. Deer trust their instincts. They are powerful and independent. Learn to trust your own decisions when it comes to doing what is best for you, and do not give this power away to others. And the action assignment for this card says, focus on the wild goddess and feel her power. She is the keeper of her own soul, and she makes her own decisions with grace and beauty. Play some drummy music and dance to the beat with abandon so you can rediscover your wild spirit. So she does have an outfit on that kind of looks like a belly dancing outfit with kind of the belt being in hearts, and she has her antlers. So the stag is very interesting in what we'll call an earthy religion. So it can. I'm not talking about Satanism, because Satanism, it's horns. So here's where the imagery kind of starts to get a little too close, and if you don't understand, it can be very confusing. So we don't worship Satan and evil, and all of those things revolving that way. When I say earthly religions, I'm just talking about people who honor the earth and moon cycles and that type of thing. The antlers are a representation, and this is super interesting. At least it is to me. So it's about being both animal and human. So the antlers are a representation of our, like, being, like, we're part of nature. That's what I wanted to say. So it's that we're part of nature. We're not something that's separate from it. So we are natural. We are as is kind of a thing. So That's what the antlers are in the stag. That's the representation. I don't know what it is in Satanism because I don't know any of that stuff. I just know that people get those things confused. So antlers are not horns. They are real things. And the stag is a representation of us as human beings being both human and part of nature. It's about our connection to nature and being part of it, not something that is separate from it. And that is what that imagery means. It doesn't mean anything else. And obviously, the deer is the feminine counterpart to the stag. So she is belly dancing and she has antlers on her head. This is just like artwork, it's not an actual photo. And I love this deck. The box is kind of, even though it has artwork on it, it feels like it has a velvety feel to it. Like not as coarse as leather, but like, have you ever felt like lambs, like like a lamb skins type of thing? So it has a, or a, even a flower, like the furriness on a flower. This is the only, I mean, I've had many decks over the years. This is the only box that's ever had this. So it's, if you don't have the deck, you really should get it. I mean, it is quite beautiful and interesting, and that's the point, is that the oracle cards are like, the imaging should invoke some type of emotion in you. It should be telling you a story, not just being a picture, you know. And the other thing I wanted to say was, so I was listening to a Christian preacher for a while this morning, and he was, I forget the quote exactly out of the Bible, but it says that we should be slow to, that we should be kind and slow to anger. And boy, did I need to hear that, because it just, whatever, I needed to hear that. I needed someone to retell that to me and remind me of that. And I just wanted to pass that along. And that is kind of it. You know, I'm not going to worry too much about people if people take things from me online, because what's important to me isn't there. So if anything is of value to me, I learned a long time ago to not put it there, you know? And my ideas are just my ideas. Like, they don't mean anything to anybody but me. So I don't really understand why people, like, they'll slow down my reading so they can tell like, it's just so weird, everything that's been going on. But like I said, I'm not gonna probably upload unless I get messages. See, I tell you I'm not gonna upload, and then I feel like something important comes through, and I'm like, okay, I gotta. I don't have planned messages, but that doesn't mean that I won't periodically put things up that I feel are important. The other two more things: if you are a targeted type of person, to consider saunas. And I have a sauna blanket. It's about $100, and I feel really good. I was able to use it today, and I feel so much better. I know, you know, the ice bath thing is a push, but sometimes it can be really hard to get into that type of a discipline, or whatever you call it. So, but heat has its a major benefits too. So, you know, if maybe consider that. There was something else, and now I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, well then, I guess I will end the message there. Um, I hope everybody. Oh, the moon. So we have a full moon on February 24th, and that is Saturday, I believe, here. And that's a good time for, if you have crystals, you want to make sure that they're in the moonlight. If you if you're gonna take a salt bath, or that's the time to do it. If you have cleaning solutions, vinegar, that type of thing, as long as it's in a clear bottle, you can put those in the moonlight too, and they're supposed to give them like extra positive energy. So just kind of wanted to give a heads up on that. So that's about it. Um, God bless and have a good night.